So I messed up last time oh, hold on, sorry. Last time I got an heirloom, I decided to get the crow. So let's see if we can get him a little friend, huh? Huh? All right, let's go. Part the seas for me, Moses. God is real! I think this is one of those things that has kind of been misrepresented. Hey, Lust deserves more support. It's not really something that I understood for a while, really. I didn't realize that I was like a lustful person. I mean, right on the surface, yeah, I didn't wait till marriage. My brother did, and I used to chirp him for it. And then when he got married, I was like, wow, they're probably never gonna get divorced. So there's always that risk, going forward. Along with the fact that, like, when you don't wait, you risk, having a kid too early. You risk spreading disease. It kind of messes with people's emotions, some more than others, and if one thinks that it doesn't affect them, they're wrong, or just pushing it down. It does. You can't get that close to someone and expect to have it be consequenceless. But I only came to understand the real impacts of being a lustful person or having lust be attached to you. I wouldn't say that I have an addictive personality. Like, I don't have a tab on my computer up at all times like they do in Europe. Apparently that's just a thing. They got sports on, they got the news, and then they got, your porn. You just kind of porn out with your homies. Crank one out with the fellas. Nothing wrong with that, right? I kind of feel the same way about strip clubs. First and last time I ever went to one was about 6 months ago. And I walked in there and it felt like I was just watching with my friends. I was like, in order for me to look forward, everyone else, you guys need to look away. I can't do this. It felt so wrong. And then, you try to have a normal conversation with them, and like, that most of the people, if not all the people that they see, are just lonely and they're trying to strike a conversation with you. My buddy went full on mute. He might have hit the pendingo one too many times on the way. That might be unrelated though. What I'm trying to say is it kind of has like a link in ways that you don't expect. It can kind of latch onto you and affect things. And I didn't know I was being affected by it either. I don't have a porn addiction is what I'm trying to say. I do have a lustful addiction. And maybe other people do as well. This is just kind of the angle that I've noticed it takes a stranglehold on me. I'd be thinking about like my girlfriend too much. And yeah, she means a lot to me, and there's nothing wrong with thinking about her, but at the same time, it's getting in the way of me having a productive day. Like, she might send me a cute mirror selfie. That's code for soapy titty. Like a healthy lust, it's just the obsession with it, right? And as men, it's a lot harder to get that thought out of your head. There's a couple ways that you can try to get rid of it. If you're a believer in Christ, you can actually pray it away. Surprisingly, I didn't expect that to work, but it's also kind of what he wants you to do. It's one of those sins that you're supposed to actively try to run away from if you can help it, because God knows that as men, it can take up a lot of your processing power, right? I Perfect example, I just got back from studying, and I closed my laptop. I put it in my backpack, and I got home, and it's still running for some reason. And the activity monitor was taken up by something useless, by something that it didn't need to be there. I think it was Spotify was taking up a ton of the bandwidth or disk space on my computer actively. Can take up a lot of your mental capacity, and it's easy to obsess over. It can get in the way of what you need to do. It can still become like a parasite, a parasitic thought in the back of your head, and just gets in the way of your productivity and prevents you from doing the things you want to do. You can act it away, go and like exercise, do push ups, walk. I bring a tech deck board with me when I go to study. So if I get like an urge like that, and instead of going to Reddit and going like, yeah, I'm just going to scroll it away for a second, I'll just look at one pair. It'll be no problem. I'll sit there and do a couple tricks on my tech deck, get focused on something else. You know, it keeps your mind, your hands busy while I'm taking a break. Try to get creative. That helps. Usually, you're either a creative, you're artsy, or you're, I don't know, constructive, something like that. So like drawing, anything that would actively get your mind off of it. But you also have to want to get your mind off of it. But as long as you do, it'll go away. And you'd be surprised how much more of your day is taken up with more positive thoughts, things that you want to think about. Like the bandwidth is freed up. It's almost like, you know, you do a Ookla speed test on your brain's internet where it was getting throttled by the devil. Now that what's it called? Oh my god. I don't even know what a fast lane is in Utah anymore because people don't use the left lane as the passing lane. So I fundamentally forgot what it was. The HOV lane. Now the HOV lane in your head is paved by the Lord, and you're able to focus on an abundance of things that you wanted to throughout the day. Because when you're a kid, you're not obsessing over these things. Yeah, you see a pretty girl and it's like, wow, I wish you would kiss me. And then you go back to playing in the sand or eating the sand or picking your nose, whatever it was. But it was like a meditative thought. It would come and it would go. So trying to get back to that state where you're not obsessing over it. And I know it's hard. We live in a hypersexualized world. Anything can set us off nowadays. You're on Instagram, and even one of the lovely ladies that you might follow, even someone you might have went to high school with, posts a picture and it's like, yeah, you're looking pretty good. I should honestly, I should probably just get it out. I should probably just get it out of my system. You know, I'm going to the hub now. Try to avoid it. Try to nip it in the butt. That's a it's a bad metaphor to use for this specific topic, but you get the gist.